here's a video based on stretching to help you kind of elongate your muscles and just get a good stretch in. More often than not, people decide not to stretch daily. The more you can actually stretch on a daily basis, the better your body will feel, the better you'll be able to move. So we're gonna do some of that right now and then go from there. So the first thing I want you to do is turn your wrist all the way over and try to flatten your palms all the way out. When you do that, help stretch these palms out. This is a great one if you have carpal tunnel, or you have any type of job that is computer based, or anything that's just using your hands and you feel like your hands are super tight. This one is great when it comes to just relieving that pressure in your forearms. Then what I want you to do is take your palms, you're gonna turn them inside your knee as much as you possibly can. And then straighten your arms out as much as you can. Trying to stack the joints. This also helps stretch the forearms out. Then my rule of thumb is it's always good to go right back to it. So I want you to take your forearms and you twist them again, putting the palms down, leaning back. Once you get comfortable, try to lean back and stretch. And then once again, take those hands, try to twist them inside the knee. Straighten those arms all the way out. Now from there, we're gonna work on your neck. What I want you to do is you're gonna place your head on the ground and you're gonna try to relax the neck, open the shoulder up, and just allow everything to sink in. Once you've done that, try to straighten your left leg out so it puts more pressure on your neck, on your shoulders. Then we're gonna go to the other side. So same thing, taking the neck, taking the shoulder, resting, relaxing, straightening out that right leg. Then from there, I want you to take your right leg. You're going to drive it as far out as you possibly can, trying to drop and straighten this other hip out. Once you feel comfortable, I want you to work on leaning forward and trying to relax, sitting inside your hips. From there, straighten out, lean towards that hip now. So you put a lot of pressure, hip thrusting forward into that hip. Then once again, drop your body back down. Now what I want you to do is switch your legs. Getting that left leg out, same thing, allowing your upper body just to relax and sit inside your hips. Now, lean up, drop your hips so you feel it all on the right side. Now once again, lean forward. Now we're gonna bring it back again. I want you to work on stretching out this left side, or this right side of your neck, opening up your shoulders. So once again, take your head, position, create space between neck and shoulder. Then once you feel comfortable, Drive that left leg as straight as you can, putting all the weight on your neck and shoulder. And then switch sides. Now this next stretch is gonna be the inside of your hips. Your hips are a lot where the low back injuries and back pressure comes from. You can open up your hips and relax your hips, the better your back will end up being. So this one helps out a lot. Spreading your legs as wide as you possibly can. Once you do relax, try to drive back. So you want to drive your butt back and you'll really feel that stretch open up inside your hips. Then you gotta lean all the way forward, dropping your hips as much as you possibly can. Then bring it all the way back. Now take this right leg, try to stretch it out as far as you can, driving your hips up. Once again, this guy isolates your right hip. Now, you're gonna do that with your left leg. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna work on sitting back. So this helps open up the hips. You're gonna try to squat down and sit within your hips. For anybody at home that has hip and back injuries, there's no way in hell you have any that's worse than mine. So if I can do these stretches, your ass can do these stretches as well. It just takes time and repetition. So work on stretching every day, at least 30 minutes to an hour a day. Now from there, we'll work on going backwards. So you want to be able to open up, and this is gonna help stretch out your quads. With this stretch, you want to be very slow and calm. You don't want to move too fast. Like say you can hurt your back, you can hurt your hips. So once again, we're gonna go back down. Every time you do it, try to work on slowly, just allowing your muscles to sink into it. Now from there, we're gonna drive this right leg out again, but we're not gonna necessarily focus on the hip as much as we are the ankle. So what I want you to do is now lean, keeping your heel on the ground towards the front of your toes. You want your knee to lean towards your toe while you keep your heel on the ground. This is gonna put a lot of pressure in the ankle, help you kind of stretch, work on that mobility. Switch feet. Once again, foot completely on the ground, knee trying to go past that toe, stretching out hamstring, Achilles, calf. Now back here, we're going to lean back once again. And then you're gonna open up your hips again. The main thing with this stretch is doing the same stretches multiple times. All it's gonna do is help elongate your body and strengthen your muscles. So don't just do it one time, think that's it. Can go back to a couple of them once, twice, 3 times. Now lean back, sit inside your hips. Now kick that right leg out. Kick this left leg out.
Unpredictable Crohn's or ulcerative colitis symptoms following you? For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, Stelara can provide relief and remission, taken as an infusion followed by injections. Stelara may
Now next, I want you to swing onto your ass.
Before treatment, get tested for tuberculosis.
You're across both your feet.
Infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, new skin growths,
And then lean towards the top knee. What I want you to try to do is take your lower back, try not to arch your back too much. Try to just lean towards it, hug onto your thighs, and just allow your body to sink. You don't ever want to pull yourself into a stretch. You want to allow yourself to sink into the stretch.
To visit StelaraInfo.com and talk to your doctor about Stelara.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light.
Now from there, I want you to bring it to the other knee. So you'll be here once again. Bring it over to the other knee, allowing your body to sink into the stretch.
You go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state. Based on
Now take your elbows, get them in front of both knees. Work on leaning forward.
Insurance company and affiliates with Illinois.
What this is going to eventually do is loosen and open up your low back. All of our low backs tend to be really tight, and the flexion and the movement ends up stunting. What this ends up doing is helping work those little muscles and tilt them forward. So your back will be very vulnerable doing these stretches, so don't just get up and jump around. Ease into it. So after you do these stretches, try to do them at night, because more often than not you can go to sleep and just relax. But you're going to just lean forward, focus on that stretch. I want you to stand up or sit up. Stick your chest out. Then once again, bring it over to this knee. Then bring it over to the other knee. Then once again down the middle. Then you're going to switch legs, so crossing the legs the other way. Leaning towards that left knee. Then lean on over to that right knee. Then take both those elbows, lean forward. Then what we'll also do is help out the sides, your hips, and also that side part of your back. You're going to try to drop your left elbow down. Keep everything chest tall. Lean on over to that side. It helps stretch this whole section out. Then lean on over this way. This way is not as invasive. Then once again, hug towards this knee. Go towards the next knee. Right down the middle. stretch this side out. Switch those feet over. Let's get this other side correctly. Now what we're doing is we're working hamstrings, but we're gonna make it a little harder. So I want you to take your right foot, put it over your leg, keep that leg as straight as you possibly can. Then you work on leaning forward and touching your toes. If that's too easy, then what I want you to do is stick your chest out and bring it towards your knee. When you stick your chest out and you bring it towards your knee, keep your back as straight as you can, you'll feel it a lot in your hamstrings. That's exactly what we want. More strength in your hamstrings are, less pressure there are on them. The more you free up your glutes, you free up your low back, you'll be a lot more mobile and you'll have less injuries. And then switch legs. Now you put both feet together, lean forward, touch your toes. Then one more time, take your right leg, put it over your left leg. Lean forward, drive your chest towards your knee, work on that stretch. Switch legs. And then one more time, but both feet together, hands close to the chest, or hands close to your toes. Now, the last and final stretch is this one's gonna be a little more complicated. So I want you to take both legs, keep them as straight as you can, and then try to drop towards your hip. So you're not here, your chest is tall, you're opening up that side hip. Switch sides. So my people out there that have the bad back, the bad hamstrings, the bad ankles, if you could do this type of stretch 20, 30 minutes a night, I guarantee it'll get better. If you do decide to do this, go relay this video, keep trying, keep stretching, and leave comments. Let me know if it works, add to it, all that good stuff. But that is my stretching tutorial for the day. Have a good one. Keep fucking stretching.